Guardians are off tonight. What looked like it was going to be a bloodbath all weekend ended up being all right. They split the weekend with the Astros, 2 games apiece.
Can't complain about that.
No, you cannot. 1-0. A real barn burner yesterday. They are off tonight. They'll head to Comerica Park, start up against the Tigers tomorrow night, first of 3, 7:10 here on WMMS. Then they'll head north of the border, play the Blue Jays. They'll come back to play the Tigers. You only got about 7 weeks or so, 7 or 8 weeks, I think, of Major League Baseball remaining. Now,
that's so crazy.
I'm sure that by now we have all noticed, as we've all been bombarded with the information, that the Guardians decided to send Mustard off. Guardians option Mustard.
Amen. Long overdue. I respect this decision 100%.
To the Lake County Captains, all the people who said this must make Mary very happy. You couldn't be more right. Mustard is now. Again, I'm not a conspiratorial type of person. I think that there's a rational explanation for everything. However, there's simply, given the law of averages, no way that organically Mustard, this far into the season, would remain winless in the hot dog races. Somebody broke it down. Onion has had 24. Ketchup's had a whole bunch. Mustard remains winless.
He's got to get his act together, man. He's not ready for the big leagues.
Is it a him or a her?
They. It's a condiment.
It's
I don't know.
It's a him.
Well, you know
Girl.
how boats and cars are referred to in the feminine? I didn't know what's the face on Mustard?
He's a boy, I think.
He's a
Yeah,
boy.
because
He's a
Onion's
boy.
a girl. She carries the purse, duh.
That doesn't mean anything anymore.
She has eyelashes and carries a purse.
That doesn't mean anything anymore. Guardians announced they have optioned or demoted Mustard to the Lake County Captains. That's got to make the Lake County Captains feel real good when they're in the headlines for receiving a demotion.
You're out!
You're out.
But that's what they're there
We're
for.
sending you to the hinterlands.
I think this is going to be good for Mustard in the long run. I think he's going to get his head right. He's going to get his body right. And he's going to come back and he's going to dominate
I don't believe
again
it.
like he once did.
I hope that he does. I hope he gets his life together. But I mean, this is what major leagues are all about. It's about winning, right? And if
Listen.
you're not performing, what are you doing there?
And just as far as the local coverage goes, we around here never met a pun we didn't like. And so to see the local television coverage with their regular use of puns like, for instance, brat worst, W-R-S-T,
Frank
W-O.
Lee.
Frank Lee. Right. Cold dog is another one. Not hot dog. Normally it'd be hot dog. Cold dog. Mustard currently sits at 0-48, I believe. Mustard. Bratwurst. All right. Mustard needs to ketchup. So, listen, big props over there to everybody in local television who's covering easily one of the most important stories in Northeast Ohio is the state of the hot dog races
Nationwide.
at Progressive Field.
It really is a global thing. Honestly,
Global.
at
So
this
we
point.
started locally. Bill suggests nationwide. Mary goes for global all the way around.
They're tweeting about it in Italy.
Listen, if you saw what happened with the Rocket City Trash Pandas, that was more entertaining than what's going on with Mustard. They shot their fireworks into the crowd accidentally. That was a lot of fun.
Ooh.
That was a good time if you saw any of that video over the weekend.
No. People die?
No, they don't care. They're having a great time. Their fireworks are shooting right at them. They're laughing. They're in a
Explosion.
minor
America!
league game. That's part of going to those games. That might happen. On official team letterhead, you've probably seen the Guardians put out a full-on press release, option Mustard to the Lake County Captains. Yeah.
I love it.
Tantrum-throwing condiment. I gotta say, I know they're going all in on this, but I think that the fix is in against Mustard. What they've got against
That's what I'm saying,
this
man.
noble seed, I do not understand. Onion, garbage. Ketchup, garbage. Mustard, awesome.
Okay, but we've been over this. You're talking about Mustard the condiment. We are talking about Mustard the person.
They're one and the same to me.
They're not.
They're embodiments. They're anthropomorphized condiments, right? These are not hot dogs. They're hot dog bodies, right?
Right.
But they're like, here comes hot dog number 1. Oh, and hot dog number 2, 1.
No.
They're not named after the hot dogs. They're named after the condiments.
Right.
So that's what people zero in on. It's ketchup and onion. there's some kind of collusion going on.
That's
here.
what I.
Collusion.
That's
Again,
what I think.
Collusion. The guy's
Mustard.
just trash.
There's no way in the course of a regular season, this far into the season, that naturally Mustard would be winless in the races.
He's just not ready, man. He was moved up too quick. People got excited about the hype, and he's underperforming.
I guess that's the conclusion that they've come to. They're talking about him throwing tantrums.
Yeah, he's a little baby.
The video,
little seedling.
the video where he's gets them news, he starts packing up in his suitcase. There's lots of rolls of toilet paper.
See, he's a thief. He's stealing from the office. He doesn't deserve
That's
to
why
be
I
there.
like him. So his first race with the Lake County Captains will be tonight. Well, he's expected to report to the Captains. Boy, I hope somebody films this. Him walking onto the field.
He already had a suitcase there too.
Yeah. Where are
probably
they?
brought it.
They're out in Willowick or something. Where's that stadium? It's,
Eastlake?
Eastlake. I
East
think,
Lake.
yeah.
There you
Yeah.
go. So, reports to the Captains today. Races in tomorrow's contest. This is,
Wait, who's he racing?
don't know. Who cares? You guys don't care. All of a sudden now you care about Mustard?
But no, I don't care about Mustard. I do. I hope he develops as a opponent and a
Here's what I think.
condiment.
Here's what I think, right? I'm always for the underdog. So here's what I think.
Major.
Underdog.
Major League Baseball goes, we don't want this. They cast it off out to the Lake County Captains. Lake County Captains, I'm sure they have a rabid fan base too, right? They're like, we love baseball. We just don't want to drive another 20 minutes to see a Major League game.
Right.
Same thing out on the west side when we go to Crushers games, right? We go, we love baseball. We just don't want to drive another 20 minutes. And so that's what they do on the east side. And so these Captains fans are really going to get a face full of fun. Mm-hmm. And what if Mustard has no interest in going back? He goes, I've found my forever family out here with the Lake County Captains. Find another condiment to kick around. Then
Relish. They're pulling up
no,
relish.
I'm
from
telling
the
you,
miners.
this is going to work against the Guardians because they're going to find themselves, if you will, and I've never used this before, hoisted by their own petard.
Where'd you learn that?
Write it down, Mary.
Probably from Poundcake.
And so, yeah, they're going to have to come up with something else. They're going to be like, oh, here comes horseradish. You know,
Nobody's
here
putting
comes
a horseradish.
Here comes sauerkraut. So they're going to, I think this is going to work against them. Ketchup and Onion have each won 25 races.
Yeah.
There's no way to know what 25 plus 25 is, but you're telling me Mustard gets the big goose egg?
It's the problem.
The
He's got to
fix-
get his act together.
Here's
The
what I wanna know.
fixins are in, is what I'm saying.
How many home games are left? And is there a chance that Mustard could get it together and then go on a historic run and end up
On top.
on top?
But that depends on how long he's going to be with the Captains.
You think this is all being planned long term
I'm just saying
to return triumphant?
that would be amazing.
What if with the Captains, he wins every single race?
Big fish, small pond. You see
That's-
that happen all the time.
That's what I'm saying. And he goes, I have no interest
Gets
in
his
coming.
confidence back.
Yeah, I have no interest in coming back. And then the Captains have a proven winner. And the Guardians, what do they have? Ketchup and onion? Pardon me. No, thank you.
I mean, I don't know how many games I feel like I would even go to without Mustard there.
That's a lie. You're a liar. You're a bold-faced lie through your teeth.
No, I'm lying through my. I'm not lying. I'm
His
telling the truth
lips
through my
are
teeth.
open.
Yeah.
You said I'm lying. Wait,
He's
no,
being
no,
truthful
I'm not.
right through his teeth. The Captains are scheduled to host the Fort Wayne Tin Caps tomorrow night. You know what their mascot is?
tin cap.
An apple with a pot on its head. They're the Padres,
Is its name Johnny?
minor leaguer. Huh?
Johnny Appleseed? Is that its name?
I don't know what the name is. It's just an apple with a Johnny Tin Cap is their mascot. So we'll see what happens. Fort Wayne, Indiana. That's where the Tin Caps are. Ever told you guys about Fort Wayne, Indiana? Ever told you about the Fox Island Nature Preserve
Yeah,
in
you
Fort
have.
Wayne, Indiana?
We drove back from Chicago yesterday, and
Oh, did you make it?
yeah, I ended up going out for one day. I flew out for Saturday.
You flew out?
I did, and I
Wow.
was like, because they went Thursday and Friday, and then I flew out for Saturday and drove home with them Sunday. So it was a lot to do.
Now, do you
but
think they had more or less fun before you got there?
they had more fun before I got
Yeah.
there? Because I got there on day 3.
Yeah.
And it was
They're tired.
93 degrees.
They're running
outside.
around. Right. Now, here comes another variable to throw a monkey wrench into the...
And it was just a lot of complaining, and
Yep.
a lot of my feet hurt, and a lot of it's hot out, and all of those things are true.
Which begs the question, why did you go?
To be a part of a family vacation.
That she nearly canceled.
Yes, that almost didn't happen.
Uh-huh.
No, but it's actually worked out for the best because Brian and his daughter don't get a ton of one-on-one time doing fun stuff because he gets her on weekends, which he only has Saturday and Sunday to get errands done. You know what I mean? So they'll be together, but they have to go to the grocery store. They have to do this or mow the lawn or whatever. So
That's a good time to teach your kid how life works.
well, yes.
No, honey, we can't sit around in color all day long.
We have things
Daddy
to
works.
do. Yeah.
That's right.
So it was cool that they got to spend one-on-one time together for Thursday and Friday, and then Saturday.
And you thought, I'll screw that up.
yes, that's the plan.
So did you take the L out of O'Hare, or did they come pick you up?
I took an Uber.
From O'Hare?
Yeah.
And where were they at that point? Where did they stay?
They stayed right downtown across from Millennium Park. So there's a hotel called the Silversmith Hotel. It's one of those old boutique hotels. It's really nice. But literally 1 block from Millennium Park and Maggie Daly Park, which I'm sure you're familiar with, but is this giant outdoor kid zone, playgrounds and rock climbing walls and a scooter park and all kinds of cool stuff. So they did all that stuff. But I mentioned that because on the way home yesterday, we're passing Fort Wayne, and Brian goes, wait a minute, don't they have... I was like, don't you dare! Don't you dare! He's like, what is it, a bison preserve? I was like, I don't know what you're talking about. I've never heard
Bison
of it.
Preserve's even better. I told you guys about the Fort Wayne Bison Preserve.
I would want to hear about that.
I was like, I'm not playing this game with you. Absolutely not.
I knew I liked that guy.
There's 30 home games left for the Guardians. So
But he's going to be gone for them.
No, he's not, because they're going to be away this week. So he has a chance to get it right and
You
then
don't get
come
sent
back.
to the minors for 1 week.
When you're a hot dog, you do. When you're doing a bit, you do. You're like, okay, he's going to be out for a week. What if we send him out to the Lake County Captains, get some people to go out to those games for a couple days, and then when they're back in town, he's back and he's rejuvenated and he's ready to
And he
get
wins
things
all
done.
30 of the rest of the home
I'm not
games
saying he
this
has to
year.
win all 30. It's 25-25. So he's got a chance to
You
tie
have to
things
win
up.
28
Yeah.
of the 30 games.
I think he can do it.
If he wins 2, it's a victory. He's 0-48.
But Bill's conspiracy theory is that he's going to end up being the winningest hot dog of all by the end of the season.
Yeah, what did I just say? Same thing I just said. He's going to go out and win all of them.
I don't think so.
All right.
We'll see what happens.
Okay.
So
I think.
I believe. I
just don't.
am an optimist.
Okay.
Mary's always like,
yeah,
I'm
I'm
optimistic.
so
I'm
pessimistic.
optimistic. But this is true optimism.
No, I'm
hot
going to
dog
quote.
optimism.
I'm going to quote Alan for the same reason he doesn't believe in heaven. There's simply no evidence to prove that Mustard will win any games. He's not done anything.
But there's no evidence to prove that he won't win.
So now you guys are all full of faith, and now it's just believe.
I'm just saying.
You're talking about predicting the future.
I'm saying.
That's what I'm talking about with heaven too, predicting the future, where you'll end up.
No.
Yes.
No, you're talking about billions of people who have died, and you believe they went to a place.
Well, all I'm saying is there's no evidence to support Mustard winning a race.
Listen, there was
talking
no
about
evidence
there's no
for the
evidence
Cavs
of
to
the-
come back from a 3-1 deficit, and they did.
This is the worst analogy you've ever come up
No,
with.
it's the best.
How are you trying to predict the future?
I'm not.
You're
I'm
saying past performance.
There is no
predicts
evidence
future
to
results.
support him winning. You can't look at what he's done and say this guy's going to go on a run.
Understood.
Right
Right, but I can.
But here's why.
He's not eliminated.
Here's
That's
why
what I'm saying.
But here's why we think that. Because it's predicated on the notion that this is all manufactured. It's
not.
This didn't happen organically.
Yes, it did.
He lost 48 races.
now. Yeah, he is trash.
Organically, that couldn't happen. Even I won the Polar Blast 1 year,
Well, that was one time.
and that was in 7 years. It only took me 7 years to win. You telling me in 48 games Mustard comes up with bupkis.
Listen, maybe he's going through a divorce or something, and he's like, his head's not in the game.
Do they test those hot dogs for performance-enhancing drugs?
What would he be taking to make him slower?
I don't know. Maybe they sent him off. I don't know.
His bun's too heavy?
Maybe something. I don't know.
I'm telling you, I think we are going to see a historic comeback.
Are you getting teary-eyed?
I'm trying not to burp into the microphone.
Just saying.
Holding back them burps.
There is no evidence to support.
All right. Well, that is
It's
true.
not that I don't believe. It's just there is simply no scientific evidence to prove that he might win a game.
I know you think you're doing what
I'm
you're
winning.
doing. You know?
I'm
Alan, the
winning, right?
Fox Island Nature Preserve is closed until next year for extensive storm damage repair. No bison preserve or nothing out there. Thank you. One of our Fort Wayne Bureau chiefs. Holy cow. I hope when Mustard wins the rest of the season, he screams, F you, Mary.
I would love that. I dare you.
To get a name check from Mustard, even Mary would appreciate that.
Double fingers.
She'd say, well played, Mustard. Well played.
I'd get it on a shirt. I'd get Mustard the hot dog with a little conversation bubble saying F you, Mary, flipping two birds. I'd wear it every day.
Listen, if there's any silver lining to this, it's that if Mustard continues to lose, at least he'll be doing it in front of considerably fewer people.
Yeah.
I mean, you
Okay.
got to take the rough with the smooth here.
So let's explore that plan, because you guys are all, he's going to go there and win and he's going to beat everybody. But what if he goes there and just continues to lose and he can't even beat the minor leaguers?
That would even be a better manufactured troll, is they send him out there and he still doesn't win one game.
He becomes the bat boy or something.
The Guardians go, now do you see why we sent this scrub 25 minutes away? Alan, I live right next to the Captain's Stadium, and I don't want that trash Mustard anywhere in my zip code.
Thank you.
Another NIMBY person. Everybody wants something until it shows up right next door, then they want it again.
He's bringing down the property value.
Yeah. My mom works at the gas station across the street, and she has video of Mustard TPing ketchup and onions ambiguous apartment. Wow, I'll tell you what, I would
guy,
love.
he's a vandal.
Yeah, I would. I mean, how long can he take the abuse? I don't know.
Shape up or ship out, brother.
My prediction is things are going to get interesting. I think Mustard's going to get it together and end up winning the most races. That's my prediction. You can mark it August 8th.
I just want him to
237.
win one. One!
That's worse.
because
winning one is worse.
he tasted victory.
Yes, and now you don't get it again.
Better to have loved and lost than to have never loved at all. That's right.
I know that.
That's where Cody chimes in for the first time in 20 minutes.
I know. I was just listening.
Love is sad.
Because he went to a party over the weekend, didn't you? Something happened at your
Did you have
party?
heartbroken?
I didn't get my heart broken. It was just like a glow party. It was at a club.
Did you make out?
No, I'm invisible now. I'm almost dead. Like,
Yeah, you are. You're almost 30.
they don't even look at me anymore.
Can I tell you guys a little bit of insider information that Cody gave me over the weekend? I don't know if he talked to you about it.
What did I give you?
That on his diet, he was eating 800 calories a day.
Oh, he talked about
We
it.
talked about it.
Yeah.
Okay, he texted me that, and because we're like, oh, there's no way you've lost 19 pounds.
I was like, I did.
He recounted the conversation the two of you had, and I
Dude.
said, well, I go, yeah, but that's not sustainable.
That's exactly, we had this entire conversation.
Yeah, he told us.
Okay, I didn't know.
But he's
She doesn't listen to the show.
But
You're
he admits that he's Mr. Crash Diet.
yeah. We talked all about it, but I didn't know if he shared that with you or not.
Mary gave me good insight, and I told her, I said, I have a very hood way of doing things, because I've never gotten skinny or dieted just for the sake of being
Healthy.
healthy or like giving my body the nourishment it needs. I've always dieted for an event. I was going on a vacation. I was doing Pride, and I was a little overweight. I wanted to be a slut and look appropriate.
I think I said to him like, "That's not hood, that's lazy." Like,
I don't think
But
you
he's
said
not
that.
alone. A lot of people
No,
do that.
I know,
That's when
I
you
know.
come up with this fakakta lemon juice and cayenne pepper.
Well, that's what
and, you know.
I always thought. I was like, oh.
I mean, yeah, if you eat 800
I was
calories
like,
a day,
dude, you're
gonna
die.
lose.
You're gonna
Yeah.
get shaky
Well,
and lightheaded. And
That's the Bobby Sands diet.
That's what I'm saying. I was like, I didn't know. I was like, why do people complain about dieting? I was like, just go without. Like that's
Just
what,
stop
I
eating.
was like, just go without. I was like, I can definitely cut down. Like I'll just be hungry, and that's exactly what I was. I was very hungry, very angry, and I was like, this is what a diet is. It's supposed to be miserable. You're supposed to be
No.
hungry all the time.
absolutely.
Well,
not.
I think what a lot of people do, though, is they go, you know what? Rather than eat a sensible kind of menu at home, I'll just eat what I want, but only 800 calories worth. Because a calorie is a calorie, they'll
Right.
say, right? So I don't know if that's what he's doing. I can't
No,
imagine
he
you're
was
eating.
right. He was eating. He texted me. He's
Well,
like,
then
he skips
then-
breakfast. He eats a salad and a wrap usually
Eat
every
that
day.
stuff. Just eat a little bit more of it.
That's what I said. I was like, I'll set you up, brother, because you're never gonna make it like this. This is why you always come back and gain more weight, is because you can't eat 800 calories a day. You're not supposed to go below like 1,100.
Well, yeah, depending, but still. But I told him, I go, you're doing a version of that with your macros. I
No.
mean, that's essentially, it's not caloric reduction.
To
but
be
it's
honest-
being hyper specific with what you're eating and in what
Amounts.
amounts.
And-
Yeah, I mean, it's just a different,
This is how ignorant I was. I had never even heard of BMR before.
I think
didn't-
a lot of people haven't.
I didn't even know
Basal
what that
metabolic
was.
rate, I don't think a lot of people. That's like when you get down to the science of doing a diet and how much you're supposed to eat and what is healthy. I don't think a lot of people have done
When
that.
I was with one of my exes, we did go to Orange Theory for like a session. I think they give you I think they give you like a couple sessions for free or something like that. And when we went, like they weighed us and they did our BMR, and I was like, I don't know nothing about this. Like they're talking to me as if I'm supposed to know what they're talking about. I was just like, so when do we get the free workout? Like when do we do it? Because that's all I wanted. I wanted
guy
to get
wants
fit.
to just jump to the chase.
That's
I didn't
trying
know
to
what
tell
they
him
were
it
talking
was.
about.
They're trying to tell him how to do stuff.
I didn't know.
Well, that's what I told him. I was
But
like,
they're trying to tell you.
when we were texting, I was like, who told you to eat 800 calories a day? And he's like, no one. I just guessed. I was like, and that's the number you just
Well,
magically
you eat
land.
less when you're on a diet. I was like, okay, I have to eat less. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to make sure I'm eating.
He's
but
following
less.
all those pro Anna TikToks.
Yeah, right.
They're getting him through.
I don't know who Anna is, but she got diet tips.
That's right. She got hip bones, son. Yeah, that'll mess up with that'll screw with your metabolism though
Yeah.
too.
Well,
So
that's what
it's
makes you
like-
tired and
yeah,
foggy. And,
yeah.
How do I tell the difference?
And I don't need you any more foggy than you already are, quite frankly. You're going to be in a room where I can't see you.
Well, no, I'm like, I work out every day now. Well, not every day. I did take off the weekend, but every day after work, I just go over to that gym. I'm on the treadmill for at least an hour. I see what I can do. Like,
Look at you.
I hate it. I
Good
hate
for
it.
you.
Stupid.
But you're doing it.
I did a mile the first day.
Do you feel
Did-
better?
No, I did a mile the
Never
first
feel
day.
better. Seriously,
Never.
even working out like
It took
people
you an
go,
hour
"Oh,
to do a mile?
No, I didn't do an hour the first time, but I the first time I went, I did a mile. The second time, I did 2 miles. Third time, I did 3 miles, and today
Okay.
I'll do 4, hopefully. But 4 I can do it in an hour.
I would say it's good to, I mean, when it's this hot, I get not wanting to be outside, but also being outside will help as well.
I don't like bugs,
There's not that many bugs out.
but if there are, I don't like them, so I'm gonna do it inside.
I'm just saying, you're gonna,
indoor
you'll feel
cat.
better. Yeah, I know you're an indoor cat, but like there's science to that too. Fresh air, vitamin D, like that helps you feel better.
And if you run with your mouth open, which I imagine you probably are, huffing and puffing, you'll eat those bugs, and then you won't have to worry about
Are
it.
you
Protein?
running or walking?
I'm jogging.
You're jogging.
It's
Okay, yeah.
right in between.
Yeah, do a little bit of it outside,
I do a little incline.
especially in your neighborhood. You'll be motivated.
No, I'm afraid to jog in my neighborhood, not because I'll get shanked or something like that, but the sidewalk is so uneven. I'm afraid I'm gonna trip and just bust out all my
Yeah.
teeth.
Break
No,
an
I would go.
ankle?
It's like doing parkour right in your neighborhood.
But you're not far from the metro parks, so that's a
No.
good place to go.
Yeah.
Well, good. You're doing something. That's good.
Right.
Yeah.
I didn't know if he had disclosed that information.
He had, yes.
I did.
Yep.
I laughed at myself.
I got a break. If you want to text for anything, 35192 to get us there. AlanCoxShow.com if you want to watch, and you can listen anywhere on the iHeart